Welcome, and thank you for joining us. Before we step into a world of memories, love, and growing things, take a deep breath, and slow down. This is a story about time, not the ticking clock kind, but the kind that grows in gardens and lives in hearts. Get comfortable, and let yourself be carried away by the gentle tale of a grandfather, a grandson, and the legacy they built together. This is The Garden of Time. In a peaceful village, surrounded by emerald fields and distant blue hills, lived an old man named Grandpa Mike. His days were slow, but full of meaning, tending to his garden, reading old books, and spending time with the person he loved most in the world, his 10-year-old grandson, Noah. Every day after school, Noah would run to Grandpa Mike's cottage, where the gate was always open and the scent of fresh soil and roses filled the air.
Grandpa Mike!
He'd shout, tossing his backpack aside. He'd turn with a smile, wearing his wide straw hat and muddy boots. They had a special place in the garden, a wooden bench under the biggest tree, where the light would flicker through the leaves like little stars. It was here that stories were told, lessons were learned, and time seemed to slow down. One Thursday afternoon, Noah arrived quieter than usual.
What's the matter, Noah?
I messed up in class today. I had to present my science project, and I forgot everything I practiced. I just stood there. Everyone laughed.
Grandpa Mike didn't speak right away. He pulled off his gloves, patted the bench, and sat down next to Noah.
You know, this old tree behind us used to be just a stick in the dirt. Weak, wobbly, didn't look like much. But I didn't give up on it.
What did you do?
I gave it time, watered it every day, talked to it, gave it sunlight and love. Now look at it, the strongest one in the whole garden.
Noah looked up at the branches stretching across the sky.
Mistakes are just part of growing. You'll bloom too, kiddo. Just give yourself a little time.
That night, Noah took Grandpa Mike's words to heart. He rewrote his project, practiced in front of the mirror, and when his teacher gave him another chance, he nailed it. From then on, the garden became more than just a place to play. It became a classroom. Grandpa Mike taught Noah how to grow things from seed, tomatoes, sunflowers, even little bonsai trees.
They kept a journal together, called The Garden of Time, where they wrote down what they planted, what they learned, and the stories they shared. One rainy afternoon, when Noah was curled up reading in the corner, he heard Grandpa Mike coughing more than usual.
Are you okay?
Just a bit of an old engine sputtering, that's all.
But over the weeks, Noah noticed Grandpa moving slower. He spent more time in his chair than in the garden. Still, he smiled, still told stories, and still encouraged Noah to keep planting. One day, Noah found a small wooden box hidden behind the flower pots. Inside was a note.
For Noah, when the seasons change.
He ran to Grandpa Mike, holding the box.
I found it.
Then it's time.
Noah opened it to find a small silver key and another note.
To the shed, look under the floorboard.
Rushing to the garden shed, Noah unlocked the door, pulled up the loose board, and found a dusty journal wrapped in cloth. It was titled Mike's Garden of Life. Inside were pages of drawings, letters, and thoughts, Grandpa Mike's entire life in stories and seeds.
Every season brings change. One day, I won't be able to sit on that bench with you. But if you ever feel alone, plant something. Watch it grow. And remember, I'm always with you, in the sun, the soil, and your heart.
Noah sat in the shed for a long time, holding the journal close. A few weeks later, Grandpa Mike passed away peacefully, with a smile on his face and Noah's hand in his. The garden felt different after that, quieter, maybe, but Noah kept it alive. He watered the plants, cleaned the tools, and sat on the bench every afternoon. And every spring, he planted something new in honor of Grandpa Mike. Years later, when Noah had a child of his own, he walked them down the same garden path, past the same old tree, to the same wooden bench.
This is where the best stories begin.
And so, the garden lived on, not just in the soil, but in every memory, every lesson, and every heartbeat that carries love forward. Thank you for spending this time with us, and with Noha and Grandpa Mike. If this story touched you, don't forget to like, share it with someone special, and leave a comment. We'd love to hear what it meant to you. Subscribe to the channel and stay tuned. More heartfelt stories are blooming just around the corner. Until next time, keep planting kindness, and remember, every season brings something beautiful.